everyone, this is going to be my NXT Takeover Wargames review video. So I have a lot to say. For the most part, it's going to be a positive review, but I do have to rant, and of course it's what you're thinking. It's about Peyton Royce, my idol, my queen, my everything, my iconic, legendary wrestler that I admire and will forever admire. Yeah, so let's jump into this review video. So first up we have Sullivan going against Cassius. Oh no. And as we all expected, this match was a fucking dud, in my opinion. Horrible, horrible, horrible match. As I stated on Twitter, I said the 5 minutes that this match was, this should have just been given to the women's match. Would have been a lot better. Needless to say, Sullivan did win here, as I expected, because they want to push him, because generic big guy WWE logic. Don't agree with it. He's an idiot. Don't see the hype whatsoever. On to the next. Match 2, we have, honestly, probably the match of the night, to be quite honest with you. Alistair Black going against my other queen, Velveteen Dream. Obsessed with him. He's everything. And I know all you bigoted homophobe wrestling fans are gonna be like, he's a faggot, he's so gay, dude, it's 2018 almost. You're so stupid. I'm obsessed with Velveteen Dream, to be quite honest with you. I think he is so fucking talented, and the charisma that this man really exudes for being only 22. Yes, he's only 22 years old. How epic is that? You know, even though Velveteen Dream did lose here, he's still a winner in my eyes, because if he's only 22 and he's on a takeover show already, could you just imagine in 3 years where he's gonna be? He's gonna be only 25 in 3 years. What the fuck? I would kill to be in Velveteen Dream's spot right now. Only 22 years old and literally had the match of his career tonight. Velveteen Dream was paying homage to Rick Rude with his attire, and I was loving it. Someone on Twitter said he's like the hybrid between Rick Rude and if Prince had a child, that'd be everything. It would be Velveteen Dream, and I was here for it. So they definitely teased a couple of spots here where they kind of thought that Velveteen could actually get the upset over Alistair. That Death Valley Driver though, can we just talk about that? Velveteen Dream's Death Valley Driver is perfect. I love it so much. He executes it so flawlessly, and he does that little roll after the Death Valley Driver to actually kind of make it look like it's more impactful than what it is, and it's really awesome. This match was so hard-hitting and so fucking good. Alistair Black ultimately gets the victory, but he puts over Velveteen Dream at the end by saying his name, and that was the whole storyline. Say my name, Alistair, and he finally did by putting him over. This kid is a fucking future world champion. I'm obsessed with Velveteen Dream. I know I'm putting him over, but you know what? There's no shame in that. I'm gonna put him over forever because he's so incredible, and you could tell he's a true fan of the business, because this is a straight guy portraying such an effeminate role and killing it to the best of his ability. You could tell he has LGBT friends, because he's really killing it with this gimmick, and most straight guys would not know how to do a gimmick this well and execute it so flawlessly the way Velveteen Dream is doing it. So clearly he's got a lot of influential people in his life and helping him along the way with this character, and his gimmick is so flawless. The amount of Velveteen Dream chants in the audience literally makes it so apparent to me that this man is money. He is so fucking phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see what they do with him in NXT. Yeah, he did lose here, but at the end of the day, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, because if you go back and watch the 15-minute epic match that they had, it was so good. It was anyone's match, honestly. There was so much offense on both sides. Velveteen Dream had a lot in his arsenal tonight, doing so many moves. I think Velveteen Dream actually outshined Alistair here. Alistair's a great performer, but realistically, I think Alistair Black is like 34 and Velveteen Dream's only 22. I don't know. Being a young person myself, I kind of have a little hunch for people who are young, because I like look at like the longevity in people, and Velveteen Dream's gonna be a champion. I'm just saying it right now. Maybe in a year, he's gonna be the NXT champion. Hands fucking down. This match was amazing. 4.5 stars, definitely. Like, just please go watch it. Please go watch it. Velveteen Dream, I'm obsessed with you, boo. Up next for the NXT Women's Championship, let the rant commence. We have Peyton Royce versus Kairi Sane versus Ember Moon versus Nikki Cross. So, first and foremost, I think the creative team is planting the seeds for a Billie Kay and Peyton Royce split. I don't know why they would do this. I'm legitimately heartbroken over this. And if this actually goes into fruition, I'm gonna legitimately cry. I'm gonna legitimately cry. They're both my queens. Obviously, I love Peyton more, duh. But like, they're a package deal. They're the iconic duo. I think splitting them up is really stupid, because I legitimately love that there's like two strong women who have each other's backs. I feel like female empowerment is so important. And I feel like in the women's division especially, we always see like the women turning on each other and being so catty to one another. I love that there's two badass strong bitches who have each other's back to the death. Like, I love that so much. They are real life friends. They've known each other since high school in Sydney, Australia. So I just hope and pray that they are not splitting them up. Now, going into the match, I wasn't too thrilled with it. It felt very, very rushed, and I'm gonna rant about this. So, first things first, with the time length. This fucking match has been built up on NXT TV for 2 months, with this epic tournament that they had built around this for 2 freaking months, and for the match to culminate being a rushed ending, only 9 minutes? Are you kidding me? Seriously? They should have cut Lars versus Cassius Ohno and given that 5 minutes to the women's match to make it 14 minutes. You know, especially since there was so much hype around this match. Besides the Wargames match, on Twitter, everybody was hyping up the women's match. And it was only 9 minutes and change. What? That's insane. I don't like, with all this build, you need like 5 more minutes out of that. You know, it needs to be like a 15-minute match at least. It's a huge match. Asuka was in the crowd. You had William Regal building this up for 2 fucking months. He was out there watching. Come on, 9 minutes? What the fuck? Everybody gets their finishers here, but I have to rant, and this is where all you little Kairi Sane fans are gonna drink the Kool-Aid. So Peyton hits her amazing Peyton Plex, and Kairi Sane was supposed to break up the pin, but the dumb bitch took way too long. So technically speaking, Peyton Royce should be the NXT Women's Champion right now. But the referee took a long fucking time because, of course, Kairi Sane was supposed to get her little fucking ass in there and interrupt the pin, but she took her sweet ass fucking time, and literally the crowd was so deflated and everybody was booing because Kairi botched so badly here. Now, my problem with people on Twitter is that it's one thing to like somebody, but to literally be so blinded by your love for this person, they're literally arguing with me saying that it's no big deal. It literally ruined the match. If anybody with eyes can see, that literally deflated the crowd astronomically, and it just killed the momentum of the match for me. Like, Peyton literally had the match won, and the whole crowd was booing because technically Peyton won. It was just a train wreck, honestly. I mean, I know everybody's blowing Kairi and they're like obsessed with her. Okay, maybe she's a good wrestler, but she fucking flopped so hard here, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Now, I have nothing at all against Nikki Cross. I like her. No one compares to my Peyton Royce, my queen, my idol, the legend. Ember Moon. Little Ember. Little tiny little Ember. So, Ember has had millions upon millions of chances. And she finally wins the NXT Women's Championship after her millions and millions of chances. Really? Really? They could have done so much more with the amazing heel champions such as Peyton Royce. They could have had so many more contenders to play with. Now, there's like no one for Ember to challenge as a heel besides Peyton. And like, honestly, now I feel like she's getting called up soon on SmackDown in the next coming weeks with Billy if they don't split them up. So I don't know who the fuck is going to challenge Ember Moon. I mean, dynamically you need the heel versus face dynamic, and there's not really any strong heels besides Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I mean, yeah, Sonya Deville is good, but she's not there yet, you know. So I just don't understand. Maybe Peyton's gonna win if they don't call her up. Maybe she's gonna dethrone Ember, but it's just I just don't understand why Ember won, because honestly it makes her look like even more of a choke artist. She lost to Asuka twice. She's lost qualifying matches along the way to face Asuka. Then, you know, she loses twice to Asuka and then has a match once Asuka leaves NXT and then wins. Like, it doesn't make her look all that amazing. It just makes her look like the second best. I just thought it would have been better to have Peyton Royce win here because she was the only heel in the match, and looking forward there was a lot more talent that she could have played with. Ruby Riott, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, Kairi Sane, you know, the list is endless. Liv Morgan even. So there was like a lot more people for Peyton to feud with than Ember. Ember only has Peyton to really feud with. Yeah, Billie Kay, but Peyton is above Billie in terms of in-ring work. So it's only going to be Peyton. I mean, I guess Peyton's going to be the one that takes the title from Ember. But at the same time, I just feel like Peyton Royce has been given the Alexa Bliss treatment of NXT, where she was always overlooked and never won the big one. So I'm literally praying that once Peyton gets called up to the main roster in the next week or two, that she literally skyrockets that SmackDown Live brand. And I'm kind of praying for a Charlotte Flair versus Peyton Royce match at WrestleMania 34. Goals as fuck. Dead. If that happens, I'm dead. Yeah, Peyton Royce is on to bigger and better things here. And I just really hope and pray that they utilize her correctly on the main roster along with Billie Kay. Up next for the NXT title, we have Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega. So, I'm obsessed. If you guys notice, my hairstyle is kind of like dedicated to Zelina because she's queen. But for real, like, this match was so amazing, and it was a 15 minutes hard-hitting action. So it could go either way the entire match. And we see Zelina Vega play a part in this match, doing her little Hurricane Rana to Drew McIntyre. It was everything. She's queen. Legend. I only see a legend. Andrade ultimately gets the win. Thank you. Thank you so much. He is my favorite male talent in NXT. Peyton Royce is my favorite female talent in NXT, right next to Zelina Vega. I am so elated with this decision though, on the real, because I think Triple H realized that after he crowned Drew McIntyre as the NXT champ, everybody was like, where was that press though? No one spoke about McIntyre. Literally no one. Yeah, he's a good worker, but he lacks motherfucking charisma. We could talk about this till the cows come home. He's a good fucking in-ring worker, but his whole career, I feel like, has been sort of, in a way, not as monumental as someone like, say, Cody, for example. Cody left the company, is killing it in every freaking promotion. McIntyre did something like that, but not to the level of Cody. McIntyre is a good worker, but there's just something about him that just doesn't resonate with me. Like, he's not really memorable. And like I said, I didn't think it was that smart to have him carry the brand. And I'm not going to take credit, but I mean, maybe I will. But I'm just glad that they took my opinion and ran with it, because he's not someone that can carry a brand. He can add to the brand, definitely, but he cannot carry a brand on his shoulders. He just doesn't have that star power, that charisma, that Andrade definitely exudes and exemplifies as a strong heel champion. Andrade definitely has improved within the past year. I think this goes to show you that even if you start off as a jobber, you could kill it, turn it right around. And like I've been saying for the longest, Zelina Vega is a new lease on Andrade's career. So it is a nice little thing to note that Andrade is staying in NXT. For how long, I don't know, but I'm assuming at least till Mania season. And I'm totally here for it. Even if he has a short title run, I definitely think he deserved it, because he has stepped up his game dramatically. It was like from here to here. So he's everything. He is a much better in-ring worker than Drew McIntyre, in my opinion. And he's the perfect heel champion. I'm obsessed. And honestly, this was one takeaway that I loved from TakeOver. So this made the Peyton Royce loss a little bit better for me. So with that being said, I can't wait to see these legends slay at NXT TakeOver Philly. On to the Wargames match. So, this match was a fucking car crash. 51 minutes of brutal devastation. Adam Cole starts off the match with Roderick Strong and Eric Young. They are battling it out, and then, of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are the first members to enter Wargames, helping Adam Cole, which was to be expected because normally the heel team always gets called up first in the Wargames match to help their team dominate for the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the match. And that's basically what happened. Then once all teams are in, it's just brutal. There's bloodshed. I know Alexander Wolf had a really bad spot with the table. His head was bleeding like crazy. The ref had to get gloves. Killian Dane was definitely the star of this match, in my opinion. He did the coast to coast, which is Shane McMahon's move. For a man of his stature, who is this guy? Is he like an alien from another dimension? Because I'm obsessed with him. He's everything. I love him so much. The Authors of Pain, of course, kind of shows that they're a little green, but still decent. But compared to all these other talents in this match, they kind of fell a little flat for me anyway. Roderick Strong also looking very impressive here. But I would say Killian Dane and Adam Cole definitely made this match for me. They had a lot of epic moves in this match. We see Roderick Strong do a superplex with Adam Cole off the top of the cage, which was epic. The whole crowd was like going crazy. They were popping for that. And they took out everybody in the match. Ultimately, though, Adam Cole gets the victory here with a flying shining wizard against the chair to Eric Young. So Eric Young did take the pin here. And I think this makes the most sense because the Undisputed Era are the hottest, newest faction in NXT. So it would only help them to have this victory, which I'm so glad that the booking agents did backstage, because Adam Cole is money, and I'm not really sure if he's the next one to face Andrade. I'm assuming not, but I have to say I am very impressed that they did have the Undisputed Era go strong here and win, because it's going to really help them elevate in the rankings. And to have a huge match like this and to have Adam Cole on top again, it definitely shows that they have big things planned for Adam Cole in the future. He is definitely going to take over NXT once Andrade gets called up to the main roster. So I see Adam Cole being in NXT for like a year and a half maybe, and then probably getting called up to the main roster. I think everybody's also infatuated with people getting called up to the main roster, but I feel like we should kind of tone down on that undertone a little bit, because even when you get called up to the main roster, you're not always guaranteed to be booked epically and amazingly. A lot of times you just flop on the main roster because they don't know what to do with you. Tyler Breeze, perfect example. So let's take a step back and let's enjoy their time in NXT before they get called up to the main roster. I am just happy that they went with the right faction to win here. They definitely deserve it. So I cannot wait to see what happens at NXT Takeover Philly in January for the Rumble weekend. With that being said, I hope you guys love this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. The more people who subscribe, the more likely I'll do videos. So definitely hit that subscribe button down below, and I will be back very soon with more videos.